Well, you see, the thing with the pudding pop is that they put the pudding in the popsicle and then you walla frickin' do. Okay, well, besides that little bit of randomness at the start of the video, welcome back, guys. My name is JesusQuesadilla, and you are watching more Let's Play Saints Row 4, here with episode 10, it looks like. So thanks for deciding to check this one out, guys. I'm glad to have you here today. Now, at the end of the last episode, we rescued Matt Miller from Zinyak's mothership, and now that he's on our crew, we've discovered that Zinyak actually has multiple dimensions where he's holding some of our best friends prisoner, one of whom may be Johnny Gat, who we thought died in the previous game, but that turns out it may not be the case, and in fact the game kind of spoiled that already earlier on in one of the other episodes. So, you know, let's go save Johnny Gat. Let's quit wasting our time yapping. I want to go save my best friend, damn it. So, okay, let's see. Return to the simulation, great. Can't wait to have my good old superpowers back. You know, the power suit was fun, but just don't compare to having all these Matrix-like abilities. It's pretty badass. Oh boy, you know, I gotta tell you guys, the whole getting my teeth pulled thing is kind of interesting because... Oh, whoa, what the hell? Oh no, another Warden? Are you serious? Well, fuck this. Great. So, okay, let's take care of this guy first. Why don't we use our telekinesis? Because why the hell not? I just gotta find something to throw at him first. Maybe this car. Excuse me, ma'am, I need to commandeer this vehicle. But, like I was saying, the whole getting my teeth pulled thing was kind of interesting. As I'm recovering, I'm noticing it doesn't really feel so much as though I had my teeth pulled out of my mouth. It feels like they almost put extra ones in. Because, I have 4 really swollen spots where my wisdom teeth should be. And so it actually feels like they crammed more junk into it, if anything. Which I know it's the exact opposite, but that's just kind of how I'm feeling right now. And also, the pain meds, as I mentioned before, are just ludicrously awesome. I now understand why people become addicted to these things, because I've never felt so good in all my life. I'm not advocating for drug use, I'm just saying. I'm telling it like it is. Okay, let's say, fuck it, let's just switch over to the shotgun. Oh, I hate the shields that these Wardens put up. I hate any enemy in a video game that has the ability to become immune to attacks. I'm sure we'll have that ability ourselves in the very near future, but it's just one of my pet peeves in video games. I hate fighting enemies that, can go through stages of immunity. I remember in one of the Kingdom Hearts games, it might have been Kingdom Hearts 2, when you're fighting one of the Organization 13 members, I think. He had a phase where he could become immune to attacks, and you kind of had to break him out of that phase. Or, maybe it wasn't Organization 13, maybe it was Hades or something like that. Whatever the case is, I remember that being one of my least favorite bosses to fight, just because I hate any time an enemy can make themselves invulnerable to damage. It just slows things down. Actually, you know what? It wasn't Hades. It was the original Kingdom Hearts, and it's Hercules I'm thinking of. I'm getting my stuff all mixed up here, and I partially blame the pain pills, but I know part of it is just my terrible memory, so I apologize for that. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, though, I'm super excited to check out the HD 1.5 remix thing that's coming out pretty soon. Got that coming out in another, about 2 weeks for the PS3, so I'm definitely going to be picking that up. I really wish that they had made that for the Vita as well, because I'd really like to have some Vita games to play, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. Let's throw this person at him, and just miss horribly. Why not? Because when I go to start off a video, I immediately have to fight a Warden and just get my ass kicked. That's wonderful. Going at this rate, and I can't even hit him, I might not even get to save Johnny Gat today, which kind of sucks, because I was looking forward to that. Actually, you know what? These fights are reminding me a lot more of Infamous. I know I've mentioned that in previous episodes, but the whole telekinesis lifting thing has really made the game feel exactly like Infamous. And I think there's actually some boss fights in that game where you have to throw projectiles kind of like this at the Warden, so... You know, the comparisons are at least fair, I think. It's not a huge stretch to say that the games are similar. But back on the topic of the Kingdom Hearts remix coming out soon, I gotta say I'm very happy that, oh cool, we beat him. I just gotta beat this minigame, but you know what, that's no big deal. The minigames in this are pretty simple. Quick time events, no big thing. Let's just mash this X button up. No, now you're gonna change up to B? Okay. You know what, I can, yeah, just go ahead, make it Y. Why the hell not? Okay, cool beans. Now we probably got, like, a new power or something, right? That seems to always happen whenever we fight these guys, so... What other powers are there for us to get? I'm still waiting to get super flying, because that'd be nice. Stomp, huh? Okay, that honestly doesn't sound as cool as the other ones, but I'll reserve my judgment until I actually use it.
So I just slam my foot
Let's see.
Yep, and the blast wave will hurt them and throw them back.
Yeah, okay, you know what, that's not too bad. It's not the best superpower I've gotten, but it'd be good for crowd control, I guess. If I have to clear a bunch of enemies out really quickly, I could definitely see how this may come in handy. Also, it seems to recharge a lot faster than the other powers, so that has it going for it too. Oh, but again, talking about Kingdom Hearts, I'm so glad that Square Enix is getting their shit together. With Kingdom Hearts 3 announced, with the HD remix coming out, also the HD remixes of Final Fantasy X and X-2. Gotta say, I'm definitely stoked for all of that. I think that they're finally getting back on track with what they need to do, all the games that people have really been wanting. And I'm really stoked for pretty much everything that's coming out in their catalog in the near future, so, you know, they have that going for them. Oh, well, that was actually a mission, okay. The Warden Stomp. Okay, so now we can do that. And actually, if that lets us bring down their shield, that might be the most effective way to fight them. Because I thought the telekinesis would be helpful, but having to run around to find cars to throw at them is kind of annoying. Okay, cool. Stomp element rock. I would just assume that that's the element that's associated with it, but whatever. You know what happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. So let's go ahead and get back on track with what we wanted to do, though, which was save Johnny Gat in this episode, if we can still find the time to do that. Okay, what the fuck? Superpower Fight Club? What happened? I thought we were going to save Johnny Gat. Did we just decide to, like, screw that, or what? Am I taking the wrong missions or something? Oh, hey, it's another Professor Genki game. Cool stuff. Oh, actually, guys, I learned something about the Professor Genki announcers that I didn't know before. This will probably only really matter to you if you're a wrestling fan, but it turns out that one of the announcers for the Professor Genki stages is actually voiced by Rob Van Dam, who recently returned to the WWE not too long ago. He was doing a little stint in TNA Total Nonstop Action a while ago, but definitely one of my favorite wrestlers, and cool to find out that he did some voice work for this game. I think he also did voice work for Saints Row the Third. I just never noticed that it was him. But yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. Although, I guess if you're not a wrestling fan, then none of that would really matter to you, but... Okay, so we just gotta kill a bunch of enemies in a time limit. That's not too bad. Although I still am confused. I think maybe I might have taken a side mission by accident. I want to go save Johnny Gat, damn it. What am I doing just messing around with these fools? Kinda... Okay, let's just go ahead and stomp them out. You know, now that I know that Rob Van Dam does voice work for this, I actually kind of like the idea of potentially one day getting to do voice work for a video game. In terms of, like, long-term career goals and stuff like that, I don't think I want to make that my dream or anything, but just if I could get famous enough to the point where people would actually want me to do voice work for, like, an offshoot episode of a TV series or for, like, a video game or something like that, I feel like that'd be cool if I was asked to do, like, a cameo character or something like that. Granted, that means me getting popular enough to even make that desirable, but still, I'd love to have that on my resume as being able to say, like, I was one of the announcers in the Professor Genki games. Like, that would just be badass. I don't know that I'd get paid a lot for it, but it would sure be fun, and it's something that I would forever cherish as a memory of my lifetime, something I could leave behind as sort of my legacy. It's like, hey kids, guess what? Grandpa did voice work for Saints Row, doesn't that make him badass? And they'll be like, Grandpa, Saints Row hasn't been a thing for like 50 years. We're playing on PS11s and Xbox 7 millions now, and the Nintendo G-Wiz, or whatever the fuck they make by that time when I'm old and decrepit. What was I talking about again? Also, these guys are really, really tough. They're lighting me on fire like crazy. I guess I should be using my telekinesis with these power balls. Also, I noticed it said I was fighting Nightblade. I thought Nightblade got blown up when the Earth died. I mean, I know there's a simulation, so they can basically create whoever they want, dead or alive. But still, that's kind of weird continuity-wise that we'd be fighting him, and that he'd be alive at all. What the hell was I even talking about? I completely lost my train of thought there. Oh, just that it'd be cool, I guess, if once in my lifetime I got the opportunity to do voice work for a video game or something like that. Because even if it was like a shitty video game, and I'm not by any means implying that this is a shitty video game, it's actually a really, really fun video game. But I guess just that if I had the opportunity to do video game voice work, that'd be kind of fun. Not because it would be financially rewarding, but just because it'd be personally rewarding that I could say that I've done it. Also, is it time to finally fight this bastard? Okay, Nightblade time. Let's go find this sumbitch. You know, I really don't mind kicking Nightblade's ass because he's kind of a wimp. I gotta say, I really like the Professor Genki games in this iteration of Saints Row. Between the mind over murder, which I just realized is an acronym for MOM, and getting to do this death arena type thing. They've got some pretty fun mini games in this one. I don't know if I'd say, oh shit, he's got like a lightsaber or something. I'd love to have that in my arsenal. You know, I haven't played the game enough to really say whether or not I think that the minigames in this one are the best out of any Saints Row, but they're definitely up there. I already like it more than Saints Row the Third, which is saying something. Also, hell yeah, just beat the shit out of this guy. I totally fucking hate him. Yeah, just elbow drop him. Macho Man, Randy Savage! Oh yeah, when you step into the danger zone. You gotta snap into a Slim Jim, brother, and then you win the Fight Club. Okay, cool beans. And, did we get the gold medal for that? Yes, we did. It appears that we did. And we got some more cash, De Niro, moolah, buckaroonies, and some more experience. Sure, why the hell not? Fight Club is now unlocked, and now we can do that whenever we want to. That'd be pretty cool to see what characters they actually allow us to fight in that deathmatch style thing. Now can we finally do the Johnny Gat mission? Yeah, looks like it. You know, except that we've already wasted like 10 minutes doing all this other bullshit. I don't really know that I have enough time to do this, but I can at least get started. And if I need to run over time or if I need to break it off into a second episode, that's fine, I don't really mind. I would really like to learn what the game's explanation for Johnny Gat living is, because, at least in Saints Row 3, they did make it pretty ambiguous. You never even found his body, I think. So they definitely left the book open for him to be able to come back. I think they did that on purpose. Just so they could have that as a selling point for the next game. Although, I am curious as to the fact why it is that the Trouble with Clones DLC from Saints Row the Third is not canon. Because in that, you were able to bring Johnny Gat back to life, albeit as sort of this hulking, brainless monstrosity, which isn't really Johnny Gat at all, in anything except body. But, I'm curious as to why they don't even reference that in this game, and yet, I think they referenced the Genki Bowl DLC, didn't they? I think the Genki Bowl DLC commentators actually made mention that your guy competed in it, so I assume that the DLC storyline stuff was canon, but that appears to not be the case. Also, holy crap, there are a lot of these data cluster things. I didn't realize this until I was playing it today, but there are like 1,200 of these things, I think. That's fucking ridiculous, or something like that. I think there's over 1,000 of them. So if you want to try and complete getting all of them, which... hell no, I'm not gonna do, but if you guys want to do that, you're probably going to be spending a lot of time on this game. But yeah, the game gave some pretty big indications that Johnny Gat being alive is in fact a thing. I mean, the narrator or whatever that spoiled that a couple episodes back. But I'd like to know exactly how they plan to bring him back, if we're going to, like, return him to life, if he's just going to be, like, something in the simulation that we create, if he never, like, died in the first place somehow, we just didn't know. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different directions they could go with it, so be curious to see exactly what they choose. Personally, I would prefer if he didn't die in the first place, and it turned out that he was just, like, in hiding or something. I don't know why he would want to do that and just abandon us, but I'd prefer that Johnny Gat being alive be a real thing rather than just in the simulation. Also, now that I've been playing the game for a little while, I am noticing one kind of drawback about the superpowers. As much as I love them and the ease of travel, I am noticing that they kind of make cars obsolete. I don't think I've driven a car ever since I've gotten my superpowers, or the super leaping and jumping and stuff, because it's like, why would you even bother to use that? I guess maybe I would still use helicopters and jet planes and stuff like that if I needed to, but for the most part, like regular cars and trucks and vehicles, I don't really see a point to even having them, other than it being necessary to populate the world with, but, you know, that's one thing. Also, holy crap, look how far up I can go. Jesus Christ, this is crazy. Also, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but at some point off screen I got wall running, so when I land on the side of a wall, I can actually sprint up the side of it. I think I totally forgot to mention that I even bought that power off screen, but I totally did, and it's one of the best powers in the game, I think, that I've found so far. So definitely stoked to have that. Also, looks like we're right here at the Broken Shillelagh, however, we're almost at our time limit, or well, my self-imposed time limit, so I'm going to end off the video right here, and in the next one, I promise we will go see if Johnny Gat's really here at the Broken Shillelagh or whatever. We'll go find out what we're doing to save him. But until then, guys, thanks for joining me today. Once again, my name is JesusQuesadilla, and if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to me, and that way you can stay updated anytime I post new videos to my channel. But as always, it's been a blast, and until the next one, this is JesusQuesadilla signing out and wishing you well. Peace! God, I still want some fucking nachos. It's really starting to kill me. Or hell, even just a quesadilla.